And take number 22. Workout number 6. I'm not lying. This is taking a really long time today. So, for today's workout, I want you, before you get started, make sure you're warmed up. I am warmed up because I've already demonstrated this like 21 other times. You're going to need a bench, you're going to need a light handheld weight, or if you're me, a canned good. Hopefully you're not running low in week number 4 of isolation. And if you want, a yoga mat. We are doing supersets today, so you're going to be doing 2 exercises back to back, and your choice of whether or not you're doing 2 or 3 rounds of those. And then you're going to rest 60 to 90 seconds before you do your next set, and then in between your next round. Your first set of exercises today are split squat with a pulse. We're not using any sort of resistance. We're just going to use our body weight, and we're going for higher repetitions. And then you're going to superset that with, now I gotta look at my notes, with bench hops. Okay, I will demonstrate, I'll give you your repetitions, and then you're going to go ahead and do it. So your split squat, we already know, is lifting that back leg up onto that chair or that bench, down to 90 degrees, up a slight little bit, 1 to 2 inches, back down to that 90 degrees, stand all the way up is 1 repetition. What I don't want to see is just a little bit of a bounce there, right? We want a nice slow and controlled movement, and I want you to do 12 to 15 reps on each leg. Bench hops, you're just going to hop over the bench. So here, if you want, you can go nice and slow and take a break, or you can work harder and go side to side. I want 20 to 30 of those in total. Superset number 2 is going to be single leg hip thrusts, followed by either box jumps or step ups, depending on what you feel comfortable with. Okay, so your hip thrusters, shoulder blades to the edge of the bench, 1 leg is up. We're going to drop the hips down, and look at that, we're going to fall over. Make sure your bench is against something so you don't fall. It's Monday, right? Okay, single leg. So down, and we're twisting. Okay, we're good now. Down and thrust up. I want 10 to 12 on each leg. Obviously, if that is too much for you, you have the option of doing both legs. I just want you to then double that, so then we're going to make it 20 to 24 of the hip thrusts. And then either step ups, alternating legs, and I'm going to pull this away so I don't fall out my window. Box jumps. And soft, stand up, step off, jump up, stand up, step off. When you're doing your step ups, also make sure that you're doing the same thing. Get that foot all the way on, step all the way up and down, and alternate legs. If you are doing box jumps, I want anywhere, we're going to go high repetition again, anywhere between 15 to 20. It's not very high. And if you're doing step ups, I want anywhere between 8 to 12 on each leg. Superset number 3, you're going to need your bench maybe. If you want to work really, really hard, I'm going to give you lots of options here. And this is where you're going to need your yoga mat, and then your small dumbbell, or your can of beans, or your can of whatever you have for today. So your hardest option, we're going to start there. I'm going to slowly work my way down. Is going to be a decline Spider-Man push-up. That means your feet are elevated. You're going to do a push-up, and as you do that push-up, you're going to bring your knee, one knee, don't do both. That would be a disaster. You're going to bring one knee to your elbow. So it's going to look like this, and then we push up, and we're going to alternate sides. If that is too much for you, you can do a decline push-up here. We're going 10 to 12 repetitions. If the decline is too much, you can do them directly on the floor. So Spider-Man push-ups from your toes, Spider-Man push-ups if you need to. You can still do them from your knees, and then you always have your option of taking it just to a regular push-up if you don't want to do the Spider-Man portion of that. Okay, your next exercise, make sure that bench is out of your way. So I'm going to slide this. I don't want to take my hand out because of the day I'm having, it's probably going to happen. Okay, Superman halos. That weight is out in front of you. You're going to Superman up. You're going to halo it around your back. Grab with the opposite arm. Come forward. Relax. Squeeze everything up. So squeeze those glutes. Get those quads up off the floor. And we're just going to alternate arms. We're going to do that. We're going to do 8 to 10 repetitions in total. Our last super sore. Okay. I hope you don't have any super sores. Our last superset is going to be focusing on our core. Your first exercise is a twisting plank, and then we're going to do a reverse crunch. So for your twisting plank, let's make sure that those shoulders are directly over top of your wrists. We want to make sure that we brace those abs, squeeze those glutes. We are a nice straight line all the way from our head to our toes. We're going to bring in our knee towards our chest, and then we're going to rotate it towards that opposite elbow. Bring it back in, extend out. Opposite knee, opposite elbow, and in. So notice that I'm not lifting my hips up when I'm moving my legs. You're going to do 10 to 15 on each leg. So 20 to 30 in total. And then you're going to come down onto your mat. I'll go sideways. Reverse crunch. Super simple. Arms flat on the ground. The legs are going to come up. Imagine making a footprint on the ceiling so your feet are flexed. And all we're doing is we're lifting our hips up slightly. Without pushing into our hands, I want 12 to 15 reverse crunches. 2 to 3 sets. You know the deal. And of course, no workout is complete without a finisher. So get ready. Okay, your finisher today, 2 exercises. Tabata, 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest, 8 times. Set your timer. Your 2 exercises are jack squats and zigzag jumps. So your jack squat is just up. Don't do it that way. Start on the ground. Down on the ground and up and alternate. Sometimes it just takes a little bit of coordination. So you're going to do that for 20 seconds. Then you're going to rest for 10 seconds. And then your zigzag jump, all I want you to do is to jump 4 times forward, side to side, and then you're going to come back, and you're just going to keep going for that full 20 seconds. Don't worry about it too much. You're going to notice I'm getting closer and further away from the camera. Do what you can, even if you need to take it to that walk, you can always make it into a fancy dance move. Have a great day. See you in the next workout.